So Leute, hier ist wieder Draculanis mit Let's Play Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. In diesem Part, ich bin mir nicht ganz sicher, was ich genau machen will. Ich habe keine Hauptziele oder so zur Verfügung, also machen wir einfach eine Nebenmission, keine Ahnung. Schwere Infanterie könnten wir. Ich könnte auch ein Tier fangen. Einen Elite-Soldaten rausholen, eine Gefangenenrettung machen. Fangen wir den legendären Schakal. Ja, wir wechseln unsere Ausrüstung und werden sie generell nochmal festlegen. Aus irgendeinem Grund hat sich alles umgestellt. Ich wollte den Raketenwerfer. Ich habe diese Waffe hier. Dabei darf ich Spezialwaffen extrem einsetzen, weil genau das habe ich gemacht. Attrappen. Rauchgranate. Nicht zu vergessen. Nehmen wir Fangkäfige mit und Leuchtgranaten. Kann ich alles auslegen. Gegenstände. Uff. Stufe 3 Karton. Nachtsichtgerät. Gucken wir nochmal. Pentazemin. Stealth-Tarnung. Hier oben ist die Phantom Cigar. Die habe ich immer da gehabt. Deswegen dahin. Oder meinetwegen noch ein Karton. Ich kann gerne noch einen Karton nehmen. So habe ich alles voll. Werkzeuge, hat sich nichts abgerüstet. Okay, was den Charakter angeht, ich würde sagen, wir gehen auf Stadtblau mit Schal. Den habe ich gern gemocht eigentlich. So, das Stirnband behalte ich an. Quiet im Exhaust-Outfit. Und ja, dann morgens. Weiter geht's. Hi du? Na du? Hören wir uns, während wir schon mal dabei sind, dann gleich auch wieder Kassetten an, wie üblich. Mal gucken, was haben wir denn da? Aktuellerweise haben wir nichts. Also gehen wir mit Sahelanthropus.
It seems Sahelanthropus's armor is made from depleted uranium. That offers some serious protection. The US military is planning on using it for its main battle tanks too. Maybe that's where Emmerich got the technology. Uranium? They're using nuclear fuel for armor now? No. What they use for nuclear fuel is uranium-235, which is extracted from natural uranium. Depleted uranium is a byproduct of that process. Sort of like the leftovers, I guess. The garbage. Uranium-235 makes up 0.72% of natural uranium, whereas depleted uranium contains only 0.2%. What are the benefits of using it for armor? It's a pretty short list. Uranium's a heavy metal, like lead, meaning it can hold a greater amount of kinetic energy. But it also boasts a hardness closer to tungsten. That makes it an ideal material to use for, say, armor-piercing ammunition penetrators. But it's not the best choice for armor. Its volume is less than that of ceramics, but for an equal weight, you could end up with less protection. So why use it then? According to Emmerich, it came down to him being unable to source ceramics technology from a manufacturer. Plus, given that it's an upright walking vehicle, he wanted to reduce the bulk of certain areas. Despite all that, depleted uranium still makes for some tough armor. And Emmerich says it's been proven in live fire tests. It stops most Soviet tank shells.
Ich gucke nur noch ein paar Missionen durch gerade. 1, 2 Missionen, die wir... Okay. Haben wir jetzt 2 Missionen. Wir gehen in den Kassetten gleich weiter. Ich hätte nicht erwartet, dass sie so kurz sind. Ich dachte, sie sind wie Code Talkers alle ein bisschen länger.
Emmerich didn't go with depleted uranium for Sahelanthropus's armor because of its strength. He had nukes in mind. Exactly. It's meant to use its body as the fuel component for a nuclear weapon. Sahelanthropus uses built-in uranium enrichment archaea to melt its own body and extract uranium-235 from the depleted uranium in its armor. Those archaea perform the enrichment in an extremely short time. The concentration jumps by a factor of several hundred, from 0.2% to over 90%. The end result being highly enriched weapons-grade uranium. Sahelanthropus's body itself becomes a nuclear bomb. Emmerich says,
Wirklich?
self-destruct, the nuclear yield would be somewhere in the region of 15 kilotons. Since you need about 50 kilograms of highly enriched uranium to trigger a nuclear reaction, that would mean Sahelanthropus contains something like 23 tons of depleted uranium. That's not very much. No, it isn't. That's about what you'd expect to find in a main battle tank's armor. The point is, it can be transported anywhere, even use its conventional weaponry on the battlefield. And the international community will never suspect a thing.
Da sind die ganzen Gegner. Boah, jetzt haben die Untertitel natürlich wieder die ganzen Untertitel von der Kassette weggemacht. Oh, ich hasse sowas.
I just received word from the R&D team and the transport team out of Afghanistan. They finished installing Sahelanthropus on the base. It's ours now. All right. Don't let any of the staff touch that thing. Especially Emmerich. Of course. That guy's crush on Sahelanthropus is beyond a joke. Guess he really wants to see his...
Beyond there is outside the mission area.
That's not gonna happen. I know it. So you've got no plans to make it operational again? Damn right. Boss, I want to hear it straight from you. Hear what? What the hell do you want with that thing? The drive is busted. It's not like it has a nuke on board. Even if the metallic archaea could turn it into a nuclear weapon, all it could do is self-destruct. Sahelanthropus just isn't a weapon anymore. It'll draw unwanted attention without even being a deterrent. I know. The weapon's development strut sank 2 feet under that thing's weight. That's 1 year's drop in a single night. We've started on reinforcing the strut, but there's no guarantee it'll hold up if a storm hits. I know that too. Boss, why keep it? It's a mark. Us diamond dogs, we don't have a country to call home. That means we have no past, nothing to prove that we lived. Every one of us threw it all away when we came here. Sahelanthropus is a symbol to show that the likes of us brought at least one crisis to its end. A mark in history. So we can't just fade away. It's of no practical use to us. But we still need it. A symbol of what we've done. I'm glad I sounded you out on this. Snake, on behalf of all of us, I want to thank you. I don't need gratitude. I need security. Keep Emmerich away from that thing. Roger that.
Deine Sicherheit hättest du, wenn du das Ding von der Basis wirfst, im Meer versenkst. Bevor es deine Basis versenkt. Aber wir haben ja schon diesen ganzen Handlungsstrang gelöst, ne?
Code Talker, what are the metallic archaea?
Volcanic craters spewing sulfur. Water hot enough to boil your skin off. Ocean depths of 800 plus atmospheres. Wastelands radioactive enough to kill you where you stand. There are groups of organisms that survive despite. No. Because of living in such environments.
I've heard about that. Extremo... something.
Extremophiles. By selecting certain species, then subculturing and repeatedly modifying them, I created a metallic offspring of pure archaea. They subsist on metals rather than organic matter.
And some of them even consume uranium?
Yes. Uranium enrichment archaea metabolize only uranium-235. As a result, they produce weapons-grade enriched uranium.
How is that possible?
Consider how plants fractionate carbon isotopes when they conduct photosynthesis. Nature possesses abilities beyond our imagination.
So it was archaea that brought down your chopper?
Corrosive archaea, yes. They oxidize metals, feeding off the energy in the electrons they receive. What became of the wreckage?
We had the R&D team retrieve samples for study, and Airtight plastic containers, of course.
Prudent. We shall extract Archaea from it in good time. They should help you fight back against Black Anna.
Any chance we could start now? It doesn't have to be a lot. I might just have another use for them.
If it's only a small amount you need.
That's fine. I'll get the R&D team to assist. Let's go. South Africa was previously suspected of developing nuclear weapons. It already had a conspicuous presence at the UN because of apartheid and its armed expansionism. But when neighboring Angola and Mozambique became socialist countries in '74, South Africa felt hounded into a corner. So it accelerated its nuclear program to protect itself. 3 years later, the Soviets discovered a test facility. And 2 years after that, an American satellite observed a flash in the southern Indian Ocean. It said this was South Africa conducting a nuclear test with the help of a certain ally. Skullface used the situation in South Africa to get this ally to lend a hand. They both wanted nukes, so it was a mutually beneficial relationship. On the surface, anyway. I figure South Africa started getting serious about nuclear weapons production in '75. In '74, the government was still able to get by with bluffing that it had a nuclear arsenal. But the year after, word spread that an independent...
Oh, komm schon! Ich habe extra versucht, mich anzuschleichen.
...crushed by Cypher for possessing a WMD. That's right, boss. What happened to you and your men was the reason South Africa decided to push ahead with nuclear development. A force independent of any country getting its hands...
You gotta extract him.
That was a threat to the existence of countries everywhere. It wasn't just South Africa. Your presence pushed a lot of countries to get nukes. The world was scared of you. You were a threat to more than just the Cold War. If nations are gears in a machine,
That's the target.
had the power to smash them loose and watch the whole world grind to a halt.
Analysis complete.
Oh je. Da konnte ich mich weniger auf die Kassette konzentrieren. Ich hätte mir nochmal im Post-Editing ansehen.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete.
Versuchen wir es. 60%. Wir versuchen es.
Analysis complete.
Ist ja noch gut gegangen.
He's coming too. Roger
Mal
that.
sehen, wie viele waren das? Das waren alle. Okay, es passiert was Storymäßiges. Denn ich hatte jetzt keine Wahl mehr und wurde weggeportet.
Here we go again. There's been another outbreak in the laboratory. The quarantine platform. We sent a team to investigate and recover the survivors, but they haven't returned.
There's nothing on the radio either. We got a backup team ready to go. Just give the order and
I'll go alone.
Boss, what are you... There's no need for that.
We can't afford to lose anyone else.
We have no idea what's going on in there.
Exactly. Anyone still alive's at their breaking point. Last thing we need is another unit storming in. No telling how they'd react.
Fine. First off, check how much the infection has spread. Rescue comes next, after we know the situation. When you're ready to move, just use the iDroid.
Nun, diese Fortsetzung folgt so ziemlich jetzt.
We have no idea why the parasite has showed up again. I thought we took care of it. We need more information. Find out what's going on, boss. Select the mission on your iDroid.
Wir wissen, dass Quiet infiziert ist, aber... Es Skull-Parasiten oder nicht. Ich glaube, wenn sie redet, wird es ihr trotzdem nicht unbedingt gut dabei ergehen. Sie wird wahrscheinlich selbst sterben. Also denke ich nicht, dass es das ist. Erstmal ein bisschen Management nebenbei betreiben. Wirklich entwickeln kann ich jetzt nicht unbedingt was. Na gut, das Nachtsichtgerät mache ich dann doch nochmal auf Stufe 4. Habe ich da gerade gesehen bei Waffen und Entwicklung, dass da in der Richtung iDroid und so weiter was ist? InScope. Fulton 6 Wurmloch. Aha. Hey, das kann ich bald entwickeln. Sondern heißen, ich muss Ziele nicht mehr unter Bedachungen hinwegziehen? Sehr nice, sehr nice. Okay.
Please select a mission. Unit dispatched.
Hatten wir hier noch was jetzt dazu? Okay, dann würde ich sagen, starten wir so langsam. Huch, Mission 43. Mal gucken, ob sich noch irgendwelche Informationen daraus ergeben. Ich habe nämlich keine Ahnung, wenn es Quiet nicht ist, woher diese Parasiten kommen, wenn Eli weg ist. Hat er den englischen Virus in irgendeiner Weise verbreitet? Bevor er weg ist? Das ist doch gefährlich.
Boss, we have another outbreak of the vocal cord parasite inside the quarantine platform's laboratory. Several men are dead. It began after we discovered that radiation leak in the facility's research block. I dispatched the security team to seal off the source and move the researchers to the containment block next to it. That's when they discovered the outbreak. I immediately sealed the laboratory and sent a MOP-3 rescue team, but they haven't returned and comms are dead. We have no idea why the parasite has showed up again. I thought we took care of it. I'd like to get any asymptomatic personnel out of there, but we can't tell who's infectious and who's not. We need more information, like how to tell the two apart. Find out what's going on, boss.
Ich glaube, ich habe eine Idee. Dieser Ausfluss von der radioaktiven Masse könnte doch dafür gesorgt haben, durch die Strahlung, dass der Parasit oder die Wolbakien in irgendeiner Weise mutiert sind und das deswegen einen neuen Stimmbandparasiten erschaffen hat, der wieder in der Lage ist, sich zu verbreiten. Oh mein Gott, wir müssen das eigentlich bestätigen, ohne Einsatzvorbereitungen. Ja, wir müssen uns darum kümmern, wenn Vögel sich darüber hermachen.
Boss, let's go over the situation again. We've got another parasite outbreak in the laboratory on the quarantine platform.
What is this? No idea. Damn it! Huh? What the? Shit!
We've sealed all the exits to keep it from spreading. No one's getting out. One of the researchers inside managed to isolate the parasite behind the outbreak. He faxed over his findings. Code Talker's analyzing them now.
Why this new outbreak, despite our inoculation? This is still unclear. Introducing the Wolbachia to the infected prevented symptoms during the last epidemic. The parasites lodge in the victim's throat, forming a mating pair. But the Wolbachia turns the male to female. Two females can neither copulate nor lay eggs.
That's why the rescue team went in with more Wolbachia. But the outbreak still isn't under control.
They should not be capable of laying eggs. Yet, we have a new outbreak. And the Volvakia have no effect. I pray this is not some new strain. If it is,
then someone may have brought it here. If there's a spy running around.
for now, we must focus on discerning the outbreak mechanism. The cases show another alarming new development. It is now even more difficult to tell who is infected. The eggs propagate out of sight. No external symptoms. One who appears healthy may be dying on the inside.
What the hell happened in there? Boss, I still can't raise the rescue team I sent in. We know how to proceed if we just knew how to ID the symptoms. Finding that out is part of your job in there.
Und wir haben nicht viel Zeit. Guckt euch das an. Sie wird dann totes Fleisch. Schön und gut. Ich will mich aber trotzdem noch ein kleines bisschen umschauen, ob unser Freund Wohlge noch da ist. Nein? Vielleicht haben sie ihn weggeschafft. Oder das Spiel kann nicht davon ausgehen, dass er hier ist. Ich weiß es nicht. Weil es ja eine optionale Sache ist. Uiuiui. Aber die sind ja jetzt wirklich mehr wie Zombies. Ich wollte eben noch was sagen, aber ich hab's total vergessen. Wir sind jetzt auf unserer Standardkleidung. Wir durften uns ja nicht ausrüsten. Das ist kein gutes Vorzeichen.
Hang on, Snake. We've just had a transmission from inside. Here's the audio.
It all makes sense now. I win.
Where's it coming from?
Unknown. It cut off before we could get a fix. It all makes sense. Think he means the parasite? No way to know. But right now, that's all we've got. Hopefully he can tell us something. We'll have to close the tent behind you, boss. Don't think the infection's airborne, but... Find the source of that transmission, boss. Find our man.
You never know.
What is it?
Something sweet. I can smell it even through the mask.
The rescue team reported that too. Said it smelled like ripe fruit.
We cannot allow the infection to spread. If anyone shows symptoms, you must put them out of their misery.
That includes me.
Das nenne ich mal eine bedrückende Atmosphäre.
Guess the parasites killed him. Don't touch him. He's covered in blood.
Wer von denen? der Raum, den wir eben gesehen haben in der Videoübertragung. Ich will noch was überprüfen. Dogs, Chemical Resources Research Team, Management Office, Chief Administrator, Rick Owen, Class Major. Scheint sauber zu sein. Dafür konnte ich doch gar... Oder? Ich hätte schneller da sein müssen.
Stay back! Stay back! He's got a mask. He's with the rescue team. And the guy from before.
Was wohl in ihn gefahren ist? Was?
Was that more of the message? We'll try to clean it up.
Woran? Sorry, ich sitze hier gerade mit offenem Mund. Das ist... mehr als nur Blut auf dem Boden. Was zur Hölle ist das denn? Was? Nein, 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 ich werde nicht.
Analysis complete.
Black Osprey. Erlaubt mir gerade mal ein bisschen was. Eine Sache. Ich will nur eine Sache überprüfen. Aber wieso habe ich so viele... Ich habe zu viele Soldaten, um das zu überprüfen. Tod durch Infektion. Im Einsatz getötet. Kann es sein, dass der gerade erschossen wurde und das ist der gerade... dessen Lunge gerade quasi explodiert ist?
Step aside, boss. Just one box. I can't die in this hell. I'm not infected. I can't, right? If I am, I don't want to go out like this.
Nein!
Staff member has died.
das hat sich nicht aktualisiert. Mehr Licht. Ich schätze mal, dass das in jeder Version dieses Spiels so und soll Goethe referenzieren, seine letzten Worte. Ist das Blut?
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
The boss is up.
Analysis complete.
Spying Jackal.
He's wearing a mask. He's part of the rescue team. Looks like he's not the one who sent the message. I'd like to hear what he has to say, but you need to keep going.
Wir können uns das...
Radio shut up when I pick up his fire. When we entered, I couldn't bring myself to shoot back. Like you said, boss. Never point a weapon at one of your own.
Ja, das stimmt.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Wäre schon lustig, wenn er derjenige wäre, bei dessen Messer ich mir quasi in die Brust gerammt habe, als ich den Kampf unterbrochen habe. Don't you go die on me now.
Another transmission.
Analysis complete.
Ich würde dir ja gern helfen. Sieht so aus, als hätte er den Schleichanzug aus Metal Gear Solid 3 an.
I have analyzed part of the data that was faxed out.
Analysis
It appears even
complete.
those who barely spoke became symptomatic. This must be some kind of mutation.
Verursacht durch die radioaktive Strahlung. Er wollte nach oben. Das Blut an der Wand. Der aufgestellte Schrank. Er wollte irgendwie ohne die Treppen nach oben. Und da sind seine Lungen wahrscheinlich ähnlich explodiert wie bei dem einen. Er ist nicht durch den Fall gestorben oder sowas. Moment. Nein!
Died. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
S-Rang! Oh je. Ich verliere jetzt ziemlich gute Leute, wie es aussieht.
Analysis complete.
Das ist die Peace Walker-Theme. Warum erschießen die sich? Die Musik gefiel mir gar nicht. Ich kann nichts erkennen. Na dann mal los.
What the hell happened?
At least you're okay.
What's going on?
I win. I'm no snail.
Damn it.
So he sent the transmission. Seems like he had a way of IDing who's symptomatic. But what was he trying to say? Snail. Yes, of course. It all makes sense now. Do not let anyone showing symptoms get outside. As infection progresses, it triggers an overwhelming urge to get out in the open. That's the parasite controlling them. Once outside, the birds will feed on infected bodies, spreading the parasite on land.